Hi, everybody, and welcome to Jordan United Church of Christ with me, your favorite pastor. You know the Rolling Stones rock song, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Maybe there's some truth in that. I think that Christians should never be truly satisfied at the way that the world is, knowing that it's not the way that God intends it to be, and see what kind of an impact we can have in the lives of others. I read recently, and maybe you did too, about a influencer, as they're called, on YouTube, who saw that so many people were having difficulty with their sight. And so he raised some money through his YouTube channel, where he has millions of followers, and he partnered with an ophthalmologist in Jacksonville, Florida, Surgeon Jeff Levinson, for the first round of surgeries, cataract surgeries for those who are in need of it and can't afford it. In the video, he said half of the blindness in the world is people who need a 10-minute surgery. A 10-minute surgery that would relieve them of blindness. And so there were 40 people in homeless shelters in the Jacksonville, Florida area that were the first to receive these surgeries. They did all 40 surgeries in just one day. Dr. Levinson says that in the days and weeks after my own cataract surgery, I was stunned by how bright and beautiful and vivid the world was. But I was shocked by the idea that there are hundreds of millions, probably 2 million people around the world who are blind or nearly blind from cataracts who don't have access to surgery. Between two people, they made a huge difference, and they'll continue to do it. That's one of our themes here at Jordan, is to make a difference for God. Each of us has different gifts, Scripture says, and yet the Spirit gives those gifts, a variety of them, but for the same Lord who is served. Recently, Scott Kreiner died, and when he was having difficulty with his vision with a torn retina, he ended up writing the book, Wait and See. I quoted from it at his recent funeral service. He wrote it not to give credit to himself, like, here I am, I wrote a book, but rather to inspire others to be patient in the face of suffering. While Scott was still alive, I can't tell you how many copies of this book I gave to people who were struggling with all kinds of issues. And it inspired them to continue to trust in God, to wait and see even when you didn't know what tomorrow might hold. They knew that God holds tomorrow. The book of James says that faith without works is dead. It's one thing simply to believe in God. It's another thing to live out our faith, to make a difference for God and not to be satisfied with the way that the world is. So I hope that you will look for opportunities to serve here within the life of our church, but maybe more importantly, or certainly as importantly, in the community, in the world around us. We're taking a trip to Liberia in May. Maybe you'd like to be part of that and to see the impact that your generosity has had in Margibi County, in Kakata, in Peace Island, in the Jordan Community School System. All of us have had our hearts strangely touched by the terrible devastation in Turkey and in Syria by the recent earthquakes, and the United Church of Christ is already responding through Church World Service. Maybe it's time to consider making a gift. If you look at this past week's epistle, you'll find all that information about how to do that, or you can simply make a gift here to the church and put down Turkey earthquake relief, and we'll see that it gets to the right place. Thank you for using the gifts that God has given to you to be helpful to someone else, to make a difference each and every day for the God that we love and serve. Maybe we can't get any satisfaction. And maybe the reason for that is that we haven't turned our lives over to love and serve others. Have a good week. We'll see you on Sunday.